Hundreds of migrant workers gathered and staged a protest in Tamil Nadu's Tirupur, demanding transport facilities in order to leave for their respective states. This protest took place yesterday, and as the migrants gathered near the railway station, saying that they should be sent back immediately as they had no money left for food or to pay rent. Well, pictures on your screens of migrant labourers out in protest outside the railway station in Tirupur. My colleague Pramod Madhav joining us live with more inputs on this. So, Pramod, once again, this is the kind of crisis precisely that the administration should have been able to avert. But once again, we see a similar situation of what happened in Delhi and in Bandra and Mumbai with migrant labourers gathering outside the railway station. What is the ground situation now?
Well, these kind of issues are turning into very costly ones for the state authorities because, at this hour during lockdown 3.0, definitely, crowd gathering is not allowed. But these migrant workers claim that even though information had estimated that 2 days back itself, trains and buses have been allotted for them to leave back. Nothing has been done so far in the state of Tamil Nadu because that is turning into a very big issue. You saw such kind of protest in Chennai as well. When it comes to Tirupur, more than 1 lakh migrant workers stay and work in that place because it's a large hub for clothing industry, and they claim that they do not have any money left for them to buy food or essential items or to pay their rents, and they're only living in the concern of the authorities and the NGOs, and they just want to go back home. And what they did was that they immediately gathered at the railway station, stating that trains should be left. Given immediately. Authorities informed them that such kind of work cannot be done, and talks are on the way, and assured them that all the procedures will be done, and they would be give a train or kind of transportation will be provided them for them to leave to their states as soon as possible.
Right, and this demand, Pramod, is directed towards the state government perhaps, because the centre has said that respective states will have to make arrangements for the migrant labourers, either when it comes to bringing back their residents or when it comes to transporting them to their native places. At the same time, like you said, first day of lockdown 3.0, how geared up is the Tamil Nadu government to handle the situation? Already we are seeing this kind of anomalies. Are there any specific guidelines for Tamil Nadu over and above what the MHA has said?
Well, the guidelines have been the Tamil Nadu government first gave a kind of set of rules which actually only divided Tamil Nadu into 3 sectors: a special or separate rule for Chennai alone, and a separate rule for Tamil Nadu entirely, the entire Tamil Nadu district, states where the locations were distributed as urban and rural areas. Most powers were given to the district collectors, by which authority after inspection and making sure that social distancing norms have been followed. People can work over there. In fact, a workforce of 30% to 50% was allowed in rural and urban areas. Construction work was also allowed, providing that the people will provide lodging in the same place where constructions occurred, and also stand-alone shops can work from 11 to 5 p.m. But when it comes to Chennai, the rules are still stringent. Only 10% workforce is allowed in the ITs, ITEs, and when it comes to SEZs, only 20% is allowed.
Right. Of course, Chennai continues to be one of those hot spots. 50% of the numbers of the entire state concentrated in Chennai. Coimbatore happens to be a cluster there in Tamil Nadu. But right now, Pramod, like you mentioned, the immediate challenge seems to be this Tirupur protest. People are standing in close proximity. Not all of them are wearing masks, as you can see in those pictures. And of course, now demanding that they be transported back to their hometowns. Thanks, Pramod, for joining us with the latest information on the Tirupur issue.